Hey guys, I got another wonderful Tech Nitwit Productions video for you guys. And in this video, I'm pretty much going to be installing drivers in the operating system. I'm going to go start to finish and we're going to go from there. So pretty much what you're going to do is you're going to go and purchase a 4, 8, or 6 gigabit USB stick. And then you're going to go and download the Windows Media Creator. And pretty much from there, you're going to plug this guy into there. You'll find it on the Windows Media Creator. You do the install. It puts it on this USB stick. And then we're at that point where we're going to go to plug it into the computer. So pretty much you're going to plug this guy into the back of the computer right here. I will show you guys on the above and on the GoPro. And then you're going to power your computer on. It's that simple. So come up to the front right here. And let's find the power button. If you got the disk and everything installed correctly, you can hit the delete key. Otherwise, it's automatically going to boot off of this. I already have an operating system set up on here. So I'm going to hit the delete key so we go into the BIOS and I'm going to select the USB to boot off of. So I can do it right here, but let me show you how to do it through settings. You're going to come over here, hit settings, go to boot, and then you're going to select this top one. No, that was the second one. You're going to select this top boot option and you're going to make sure it's on the USB key right there. And then you can pretty much exit out and save. I can hit the exit right here and it's going to say, do you want to save these options? I moved some stuff around. Yes, I do. So now the computer is going to reboot from this USB stick. And then we are going to go and pretty much install Windows 10 64-bit operating system. It's going to ask you for a key, so have that ready. I'm going to get my key ready, and there we go. Now I'm not going to share my key with you guys, but go ahead and hit next, hit install now, and this is where you're going to type your key in. So go ahead and type your key in now. I'm not going to show that, so I'll meet you back at the next step. And there we go. I have the key in, I'm going to hit next, and this next step, not the terms of service accepting, but the step after that, a lot of people have complications with. So I'm going to go ahead and accept the terms of service and their agreement. And since I already have it installed, it's going to pop this up, but usually it doesn't pop this up. But if it does, I'm going to show you, you just go ahead and hit custom. And we are going to delete all this extra stuff on here. So we're going to start from the top and hit delete, okay. And then next one, delete, okay. And et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, doing the same thing down the line, not format. And then you're eventually just going to end up with one drive with unallocated. If this is the first time you installed this, it's just going to look like this. So we're going to come over to here and hit new, and I'm going to type in 4 zeros so it leaves a little bit for trim, and hit OK. And then it's going to create everything it wanted to. So find and it should select the biggest portion of the disk to actually do the install. If it doesn't, you can come and select that. Go ahead and hit next. And I'm going to time lapse this, guys, and I'll meet you back at the end of this. All right, guys, now that this is done, you can go ahead and pull the USB stick out. This is just good habit to pull this guy out while it's rebooting. Set that off to the side and let it do its thing. And it should boot off the disk now. And it's going to have a bunch of questions that it's going to ask us. I'm not going to go through all this. I will meet you at the end of the installation, and if there's anything pertinent or important, I will bring that up. So I'm just going to probably time-lapse this really quick of me going through the settings that I would pick. If you want to pause, go ahead and pause, but it's going to be pretty fast here, and I'm not going to talk. I'll probably have some music in the background, and then I'll meet you at the end of this installation. One thing quick, though, all this stuff is guided, so you can't screw any of it up. It's very, very simple. It's, you just click and point and shoot. Alright guys, that's pretty much the guided tour. Windows is now installed. It should boot into the Windows, and we are going to be on to setting up the drivers. Alright guys, so now that Windows is booted up, the first thing you're going to go ahead and do is open up Microsoft Edge and throw this guy up, and I'm going to shoot over to OBS, and we are going to go to a couple websites. We are just going to type in Microsoft MSI drivers. And then, of course, you know, you're going to go to your respective motherboard website. So if you have an ASUS board, go to ASUS. If you have EVGA, go to EVGA. And it's going to be pretty much the same thing. You're going to select motherboard. And you're going to select chipset. And we have an Intel B365. And then we have the B365M Pro VHD. And you can hit search. And that's going to take you to the drivers. Most important driver that you are going to need to download is the chipset. Of course, other stuff may be as important. Your internet might not be working right now. That's pretty uncommon to happen with Windows 10. It's a rare thing to see nowadays. Most of those drivers are in Windows 10. But it's always good to have the manufacturer's drivers installed, especially for performance and stuff like that. So the biggest drivers I'm going to tell you to install, and it's going to make you select your operating system first. So we're Windows 10 64-bit, that's what we just installed. And then we're going to look at system and chipset drivers and go ahead and hit download, save, and then it says other drivers, and we'll look here. We got Intel Management Engine, we don't have an Intel Optane memory M.2, so we don't need. We're not using the onboard VGA, so we don't need that. We will pick up the Realtek HD Universal drivers for the audio. Hit save. And then it's got the LAN drivers, so we'll pick those up too. So really you need 3 drivers from MSI and you're good to go. Go ahead and open them all up and minimize. And I'm just going to unroute them right to the desktop. That's our first one. It's our chipset. Here's our audio. All right guys, last but not least, we do need to get our graphics drivers, our GPU drivers. This is a gaming machine. That is very important. So I'm going to go back up here and I'm going to type in NVIDIA, or just type in NVIDIA.com. And then the first thing we're going to do is go to drivers, GeForce drivers, and then product is GeForce. And then we don't have an RTX 30 series. I do have an RTX 3070 that we're going to be doing some special stuff with on this channel. Look forward to that, guys. But we're going to come down here and we have a GeForce 16 series, not a notebook. And we have a 1660 Ti, and we have Windows 10 64-bit, English, all, and then hit start search. Go ahead and download the GeForce Game Ready drivers, WHQL, if I can talk today. Ha dar dar dar, dar dar. Are you going to download, or are you just going to make me look stupid? And it's having me enter all this crap in. I don't want the latest GeForce news. There we go. The first thing you should install is your chipset, but I do want to go to downloads. I want those on the desktop. There we go. It's not harmful. There we go. All right, let's close out the browser, and we're done with that. So the first thing we're going to do is install these chipset drivers for the Intel B365 chipset. Hit next, hit accept, hit install, yes, close out of the folder. If it flickers like this with the screen, that is perfectly normal. The two drivers that will do that is going to be your chipset driver and your GPU, graphics card driver. Go ahead and hit finish. It wants us to restart. I am going to restart. It's just a good thing if a driver says, hey, you should restart. You should restart. So we're going to do a restart really quick. And then we're going to come back and install the GPU drivers. It may ask us to restart, it may not, but I'm also going to install the LAN and audio drivers right away, and then we'll do a final restart. Come here and do these bad mamma jammas. And as you can see, it literally takes you about 15 minutes to install Windows and about another 5 minutes to install drivers. So it's about a 20-25 minute thing. It's just, with editing and with the magic of editing, I can make things look like it's a lot less time. So the difference between just the GeForce drivers and GeForce Experience is when you hit Alt-Z, it'll pull up things so you can record your gameplay, you can upload your gameplay. It'll also save the settings that you do for certain games and stuff like that. I run GeForce Experience, but just for the sake of this video, and you're gonna have to sign in with either a Google account or a Facebook account or an account that you make with NVIDIA. I'm just gonna do the GeForce GPU drivers, just for simplicity. You can do Express the first time. I like to do custom because sometimes the drivers will already be the same versions, and you don't have to, reinstall like your HD audio drivers and other stuff like that. Boy, is that a sexy looking GPU. They really knocked it out of the park with this new GPU. Hey, any of you guys looking forward to Cyberpunk? I'm kind of sad that they said there's not going to be multiplayer when it first comes out. I'm looking forward to it though. Really looking forward to it. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War I have not gotten into, but I heard they brought zombies back, so I might be jumping into that game too. There's some really cool AAA games coming out, guys, so this is going to be a good time to have a nice PC. All right, guys, I'm going to choose Restart Later, and we are going to get these other two driver packs installed. Scroll down to this EXE down here, hit Setup, double click on it, left click on Yes. All right, we're going to hit Next, Next. No, I don't want to restart, Finish, and that's that done. Now we're going to do the network drivers. Go Setup. Yes. Next. Install. And as you can see, it was a newer drivers version. It just set it. So even though Windows tries to keep update drivers, they're usually not the most updated drivers. So it's always good to go to your actual website of your manufacturer of your motherboard and download those drivers. NVIDIA is pretty good about bugging you about the GPU drivers. Down in the bottom right hand corner. And there we go. One last restart, guys, and that's going to be the video. All right, guys, I'm not going to make you wait for the reboot. This was a TechNitwit Productions. Hey, if you guys liked it, give us a thumbs up. If you disliked it, give it a thumbs down. Sharing is caring. And I'm TechNitwit, y'all. I'm out. Hey guys, it's TechNitwit here. Make sure you guys subscribe and like and hit that bell. Thanks.